Good morning, dear children. This is your English teacher, Sir Nitesh Rawal, and I hope you all are well, you all are fine in this pandemic and taking care of yourselves and your family. So, after long vacation, we have to start our studies again, and today in our English class, we shall learn that how to write a notice. We are starting with total English, that is grammar portion, and in chapter number first of total English on page number 13 it is given about notice and email, that how to write a notice and how to write an attractive email, and what are the things we have to keep in mind, what are the points we have to keep in mind while writing notice and email writing. So at first we'll read out these three paragraphs that are given, that what actually is the notice. So I will explain about these three paragraphs. Okay, so here first paragraph I will read and give the explanation of it. A notice is a small piece of writing intended to convey information about an event, an occasion, a celebration, etc. to the people who could be interested in it. Such notices are put up on the notice boards in a school and public notice boards in government and private organizations. So, what is given about notice, that what is benefit of notice and what is actually a notice. A notice is a small piece of writing intended to convey information about an event, occasion or a celebration. So what is this? That is, a notice is a small piece of writing, that is, notices are always written to the point, that is, we cannot elaborate and we cannot describe in notice if we whatever information we have to give in it. There is a word limit to write a notice. An ideal notice writing is of 50 to 60 words. So here a notice is a small piece of writing intended to convey information about an event, that is, if we have to give any kind of information to public or to students about any kind of event, any program, any function, any occasion, any kind of celebration to the people or to the students, then we give such kind of information through notice writing. And who could be interested in it, that is, if such kind of people or students, if they are interested in taking part in that event, if they are interested in taking part, or if they want to come and witness such kind of functions or events, so we give such information through notice. Such notices are put up on the notice boards in a school. Now you would have seen that in a school, if any kind of programs is to be held or when academies are there, so such kind of information about academy and program are given through notice. On the notice board things are displayed about the rules and regulations and many things, so all the children come to know about those programs or academies which are to be held in the school. And public notice boards in government and private organization, or if any government or private organizations are there and if they have to give about any kind of notice to their employees or to the public, so they give it to this notice writing only. Now second paragraph, in a school a notice is put up by the school authorities on the notice board to inform the students and the staff about an upcoming event or an activity such as a cultural event, a competition, an exhibition, an excursion, a march, a lecture, and a sports event. Some notices are put up by individual students, like the notice for lost and found goods. Now what is given in second paragraph, that is, in a school, that is, the notices which are put in the school, that is put by the school authorities on the notice board to inform the students and the staff about an upcoming event, that is, to students, if we have to inform about any kind of event that is taking place. Suppose any dance competition is there or any song competition is there, so information is given through notice board only. Notices are displayed on the notice board, and it is announced that you can go through the rules and regulations and about the program on the notice board. And if any staff, that is if teachers are to be informed about anything about the upcoming event, then school authorities are there, like principal, vice principals are there, or the office bodies are there who prepare the notice, and then they display it on the notice board, and teachers come to know about those cultural events or any competition or exhibition or any kind of excursion. Excursion means a short trip, picnic which you call, or tour, a march, a lecture, and a sports event. And some notices are put up by individual students, like the notice for lost and found goods. And individual students means, suppose you have lost any of your article like pens, any kind of precious, your specs you have lost, if you have lost any book or anything, if any students have lost, so they write lost and found notice, and they display it on the notice board, so that if any child or anyone has got that from somewhere, so they can give you. Then third paragraph, another common type of notice is the one put up by the office bearers of Resident Welfare Association of a colony, informing the residents about a meeting or any other program, like a cultural program, a talk show, a camp for children, yoga or aerobic classes, cleanliness drive, celebration of various festivals, etc. Now, what is given in the third paragraph, that another common type of notice is the one put up by the office bearers of the Resident Welfare Association of a colony. Now, like in colony, what is there in colony? If any information is to be given to the people who are living in colony or the residents who are there. Now, what is resident? What is the meaning of resident? Resident means that is the people who have their residence, who have their houses in colony, that if they are to be informed about any kind of meeting or any other program like a cultural program. Now, sometimes we have in colonies people from different areas, people from different cities come together and live, so their cultural programs are organized. So to all the people of the colony, if information is to be given about these cultural programs or a talk show, a camp for children, or yoga or aerobic classes, cleanliness drive, celebration of various festivals, etc. So these informations are given to the residents by the committee, or we can say by the Resident Welfare Association about the program. Now, after this we shall see that what are the points which has to be included while writing the notice. So first point is given to us is contents. Now, what is content? That is, content includes a catchy heading. Okay, now content includes a catchy heading. A catchy heading. A catchy heading means that is an attractive heading. That is, when we start writing our notice writing, so it should have very attractive heading. Okay, and then after this, second point that we have to keep in mind while writing notice is that function. That is, the name of the function or event or program or meeting or notice should have. That is, you have to function, event, program, meeting, notice. So you have to keep in mind about this point. Second point includes that name of event. So what is the name of the event? Suppose which program is there? Any Diwali celebration, dance competition, any writing competition, any debate competition, or any holy festival is there to be celebrated. So name of the event you have to keep in mind. That has to be written in the notice. And then second point That is, now this second heading that we are reading, that function, event, program, meeting, notice should have. So under this creates this makes the body part of the notice, and these points are very main points which you have to keep in mind. So first point is, that is the name of the event. Okay, the name of the event in can be any, that whichever program is to be held, whichever event is to be held, like in a school, if any dance competition, debate competition, fancy dress, salad competition, or any kind of competition is there, so name of that competition has to be written at first. And keep in mind that all these 6 points which are given, it has to remain in this sequence only. It has to be mentioned in the notice writing in the same sequence. Now second point is date, time of function, event or program. So what is given? That date and time, that is on which date this event will take place, and time of the function, that is at which time the function or event or program will be held, will start. Then third point is venue of the function. Now venue means that is the place where it will take place. Like in a school, if any event is there, so what is the venue of that function? Suppose the venue can be on the main stage of St. Mary's School, or it can be that any hall, that is hall number 1 and 2, St. Mary's School. So in that is called venue. And then fourth point is target audience or invitees, etc. Now what is this target audience or invitees? That is for whom you are writing this notice, that is this information which you have mentioned in the notice, to whom you want to give information about this notice writing. So that is called target audience, that who are the audience, who are the invitees, and you have to mention about them. Suppose when we write notice, so if any school is there, if we write in a school, then we say that all the students of class 9th and 10th, if they are interested to take part in the program, then they can give their name to the teacher, consult teacher. And then fifth point is instruction related to entrance, that is if any kind of main very important point, that if you have to give any kind of instruction related to the entrance or taking part of in the program, so that can be given, and that has to be mentioned in this. And then sixth point is contact person, that is to whom to contact, that is if you want to take part in this, please give your name to Sir Nitesh Rawal, or give your name to the librarian Sir Vineet. So in this way. Then now second is given tours and treks. Now this is another type of notice writing, in which that if you have to display, or if you have to write in your notice writing about any kind of tours means excursion, picnic, a day or 2 days out somewhere, or treks. So in that, what all things you should include? So 5 points will come under it. First is place of tour or trek camp, that is where you have planned to have your tour. And then second point is given, that date and number of days, that is on which date you will have your tour or trek, and number of days, that for how many days you have planned to have your outing. And then third is cost per head, that is how much cost will it take for each member. And then fourth is essential things to be carried, that is if you are interested in coming to tour or treks, then what are the important things you have to carry with you. And fifth is contact person for further details, that is if any more details a person wants to have, then whom to contact, that is to whom he has to contact. Then third type of notice writing is lost and found. So lost and found is written when any person or anyone has lost anything, any of his article or things, and or if someone has found also any article, and if you have found and if you are very generous to return that things back, then how to contact that person, because you do not know that whose it is. So you will you will write a notice and display. If that person sees that okay, someone has found and has displayed the notice for it, so you can contact on the mentioned address or phone number, whatever is there. Suppose in a school, if you have found any specs fallen in the ground while playing, so what you will do, it is good to return that specs, but you don't know that whose it is. So what you will do, you can write a notice for that, that is lost and found notice you can write, and in that you can mention about these things which are given, that article lost or found, that what you have lost and what you have found. And then second thing, place, date and time of losing, that is place, date and time, that is at which place you have found or lost the thing, and on which date and time of losing. So all these things can be mentioned in this. And then third point is detail regarding its shape and size. Okay, details regarding its shape, size and color, that is what kind of shape the thing which you have got it is, and then what is size and what is the color, everything can be mentioned. And then after this, fourth point can be a person to be contacted for details, that is whom you have to contact for the further details, and then when to contact, that is by what time you have to contact, and the reward if any, that is if you found and if you are returning, say for that you will be rewarded if it is there. So that can be also mentioned in the notice writing. Okay, and then now see other side, it is given that points to remember. Now it is also very important, 3 points are given, that while writing notice you have to keep these points in your mind. Now first is given that use passive voice as far as possible, that is notice writing should be written in the passive voice. Okay, and then that is the whatever sentence constructions you are doing, 1 or 2, so that has to be written in the passive voice. That is first important point. And second is, that is the heading must be appealing to attract the attention of the readers. Okay, so what is given, that the heading must be appealing, that is the first heading that you will write, that has to be very attractive. And third point is given, use bold letters and catchy slogans to enhance the visual appealing of your notice, that is bold letters, that is the first line that you will write and notice writing, where you will write a very attractive heading. So that has to be written in the bold letters, capital letter, and catchy slogan to enhance, that is a very catchy slogan. Catchy means attractive, very appealing and attractive, and to the point slogans also could be used, so that whoever may read this notice may get attracted towards it. Okay, so this is about this page number 13. And now we shall have the format of writing email. Okay, that is how you have to write any email, how you have to write any notice. Okay, now take another page number 15. On page number 15, format 1 is given, that how you have to write any notice writing. Now you can see question number 1, it is solved and given for you, and marks criteria are also given on the other side, that is for which kind of important points you will get the marks in your examination. In ICSE boards, you will be awarded marks in the notice writing for these points only. Okay, and marks are divided and given, so you have to keep these points in your mind. Now see, question is, your school is hosting an inter-school debate competition. Write a notice for your school informing them of the event. Okay, so what is there, that your school is hosting an inter-school debate competition, that is a debate competition is there in your school to be held, and you have to write a notice for your school. You have to write a notice for your school informing them of the event. Now Now you can see that first point that you have to mention, as it was given earlier, that what was given earlier, that a catchy heading. Okay, a catchy heading you have to put. So a catchy heading, how it is given in other one, that war of words. Okay, a debate competition is there, inter-school debate competition. So what heading is given? War of words. So war of words is a very attractive, that if anyone will go through this notice, so he will be really pleased to read that what actually is given in the notice. And you can see that just in front of it, it is given 1 marks, that 1 marks is awarded for this point, that in examination your notice writing is of 5 marks total. So here 1 mark out of 5 is for eye captivating title. So here it is given war of words for the debate competition. Now second point is inter-school debate competition. So if you can turn the page and see that the body part that comes, function, event, program, meeting, notice should have. So these are the 6 points. These are the 6 points which will come in the solved your notice. Okay, so first point is given name of the event. So name of the event you can see. Name of the event you can see in the next page, that inter-school debate competition. So that is given in the question only, that what is the name of the event? Inter-school debate competition. Okay, and then after this, third point is given to us, that is date and time. So date we can see, date is given that on 8th December 2017. So for date you will be getting half marks. Okay, half marks will be awarded for date. And then timing from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Okay, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. For this also you will get half marks. And then venue. Okay, next point is venue, and what venue is given here, that venue means that is the place where program will be held, this debate competition will be held inter-school. So at Century Hall, St. Hilda's School, at Century Hall. So now see, venue will include 2 points. First is hall or the stage where this program will be held. So it will be held in Century Hall. So it is given, name of the hall is given, it can be Century Hall, Rosary Hall, or any kind of hall number 1 or 2, anything you can write over here. And then St. Hilda's School, that is at which place that this hall is in which school. So it is in St. Hilda's School, or you can write St. Mary's School, St. Joseph School, St. Xavier's School. So anything you can write there. So and it includes 1 marks. Okay, for this you will be awarded 1 marks, half marks for this one and half marks for another one. And you have to always keep in mind that while writing venue, so places should be small to big. Okay, small means that is this Century Hall is in the St. Hilda's School. Okay, you cannot write St. Hilda's School first and then Century Hall, that will go wrong. Okay, so your venue, whenever you write, that should go from small to big. Then after this it is given that all pupils from classes 9th and 10th who wish to participate are to give their names to Mrs. T. Baker on or before 1st December 2017. So all pupils, now you can see it is given on page number 13, point number 5. Okay, so point number 5, what is given, that in target audience, point number 4, target audience and invitees. So through notice, to whom you want to give the information. So who are the target audience and invitees? So here, who are the target audience? That all the pupils means students, that all the students from classes 9th and 10th who wish to participate are to give their names. Okay, so who are the target audience? Target audience are students of classes 9th and 10th. Okay, and then after that another point is given to us is instruction related to entrance and contact person. That is instruction related to entrance, instruction related to entrance and the contact person. See, you can see point number 5 and 6. So here it is given that all pupils from classes 9th and 10th who wish to participate are to give their names to Mrs. T. Baker. Now this is the contact person, Mrs. T. Baker, that is you can give your name to them, to her on or before 1st December 2017, that is on this date or before this date. Till this date you can give your name if you wish to participate in inter-school debate competition. Okay, so this is how you have to write any kind of notice. I hope I am able to clear that what actually is notice and how to write it. So today you just listen to the explanation and keep it in mind, keep the points in your mind, and what you can do is after this you can also go through this notice which is given on page number 17. Okay, on